Alright guys, here we go with another video from Resident Evil 5 Series 1 by NECA, Executioner NECA. Just like with Sheva, I don't have his package no more, so you can't take a look at that. But in the package, he's there, sitting up front to see, the pole's right next to him, and a big axe parts up, like right behind him. So after you take them all out and stuff, you have to assemble the axe. Just the handle to the head part. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at articulation here. The details, which might be kind of hard. Alright. Start with the head. You can see the detailing on the mask part, so it actually looks like fabric. Nice blood splatters, worn out, torn apron. The pants, bloody hooks, spikes and scars and stitches. On the axe, the plain, boring handle. Then you get up here, you get nice blood splatters, the chains, and all the metal parts. To get the handle in his hand, just slide it in and up like that. It's a really nice looking figure. Nice blood, nice details in all of the gloves, the material, the scarring, nails and all that. It's all good looking. Accessories it comes with is just one thing. It's the axe. Unless you want to count the hooks too, because if you wanted to, you could take them out. But if you take them out, you can't get them back on. At least not that I've seen. Articulation, I'm going to say it, but I'm not going to show it because I don't want to break anything on him. He has the head movement, which kind of back and forth. It's really restricted because of the mask hanging down. He has shoulder movement, which go all the way around and up and down. Mid bicep here, which swings all the way around. Then he has elbows that bend back and forth. And then he has the wrist joints as well. And feet joints that just go slightly left and right. Again, they're restricted by the pants, so we can't really move them around too much. He also has, I could probably show that right here. For his body, he has waist movement here, then he has like a chest movement up here. So you turn his waist a little bit, and you can have him hunching forward a little bit or standing more straight up. But that's pretty much it for articulation on him. Now, in case you didn't watch the other videos, let's do a size comparison. Here you got Sheva, and you got Chris. So he's pretty accurate to the game. He's taller than Chris, taller than Sheva by a lot. So it's a pretty good figure, height-wise. Now if you notice that, well, of course you noticed, but when I did the articulation part, I didn't really want to move him around too much, for two reasons. One, doing articulation on his arms here, mainly because of the axe weighing it down, it made the left arm pretty loose. It's not loose to where it flops around, but it's loose enough to where you can't have him really up too long before it starts sliding down a little bit. But the main problem is the spikes. If you accidentally bend the spike and then try to reposition it, there's a good chance it will snap off because of the weakness to it. I snapped off, I think this one here, the spike here. It snapped off and it bent. I straightened it and it snapped off. So pretty much when that happens, all you have to do is super glue it back on. It holds them pretty good, but You don't want to have to keep doing that over and over and over again. For this toy, I'm going to have to give him a 5 out of 10. It's a pretty bad score, but it's a decent character. I mean, just a decent figure. As you see, he has good detailing on everything. Good paint job and all that. Nice looking accessory because it's that big old axe he has. Main problem is kind of the looseness of the joints, and the fact that from the waist on down he's basically a statue. And with him, also another bad thing is, I've had a lot of problems with him keep tipping over and falling down. Not because I had the axe pointed up or anything, because it was just kind of awkward, and if he got bumped a little bit, he went down. And the main bad thing about this is the spikes breaking. If you break the spikes and you still have it, just super glue it back on. But if you lose it, he's going to have like a hole inside of him. So I only suggest getting this toy if you want the whole set, or if you actually really like the Majini, the Executioner. So if you see him in the stores, if you like the character, like the games, want the whole set, all that kind of stuff, go ahead and pick him up. He's a pretty good character, but it does have its faults on him. And one little thing I just now noticed, because of the lighting, you can kind of see a face a little bit. Like the 2 eye holes. Of course you can see the nose part, but the 2 eye parts, I don't know, I think that's kind of a neat detail. But still the same score. 5 out of 10.